But you have predicted now that after the 2019 elections, you see close to 60 of them being deregistered.
Yeah, Margaret, it will sound like I have climbed the ladder, now I remove the ladder. So it is left for the lawmakers to do what is right.
Okay, but in all honesty, one must be honest in terms of, what should be or what we should expect of political parties. What should qualify anybody, any association or organization to continue to remain a political party? Because all of these things affect the preparations of INEC. We have seen parties go to court to say we were not included on the ballot for, registration or for an election, and then, INEC is in trouble for that. They're in court over litigation and things of the sort. You have seen those kinds of things, hamper preparations for elections. So these are the kind of things that we need to know if, political parties should be taken seriously.
Yeah, they should be taken seriously. And I think INEC will not make those mistakes. There used to be a time some political parties will be removed from the ballot, and that amounts to exclusion. It will nullify the whole process. But I think INEC will make sure that they check and check and check, not only put in the political party, you make sure that the logo representing the party is the actual logo. Anything to the contrary amounts to exclusion, unlawful exclusion.
I found it very interesting when you said that INEC, has no vote to give anybody.
Yes.
Does it mean that you have increasing confidence in the ability of INEC to conduct more credible elections?
Nobody's infallible, but I must tell you that this INEC, I have monitored for 1 year. I take my time to study things. If you roll out, check what INEC has put in place. The climax being this card reader that we're expecting the president to sign. If this card reader, issue of this amendment on the card reader, recall the Supreme Court did not consider the card reader because it's not part of our laws. Now it has become part of our laws. We employed the president to sign it. If the president doesn't sign it, we should forget about 2019 election. That is the climax of the preparations of INEC. INEC has no votes to give anybody. The time has passed when you expect INEC, when it used to be carry ballot balls, go and do this, do that, INEC will endorse. Check the processes in the past 4 elections. You can't hold INEC as being responsible for anything that led to unfair action during the election. And I just referred you to the last 2. We must talk more on the security agencies. They have brought themselves in the arena of dispute, arena of elections. They have no business. They are staying there, maybe, in my view, should be to ensure that there is a fair process. Look at the issue of people see and buy. It is the duty of the police to ensure it doesn't happen. Somebody reported to the police, see they're distributing money there. You know what the police told them? I'm not here to watch those distributing money. You go and bring your car. It should not be that. So it is the duty of the security agencies to ensure that there is a fair process.
No, but let's just look at that for a moment. Even if we were to assume that the security agencies were alive to their responsibilities in that regard, are there no concerns on your part or on the part, should there be on the part of Nigerians, that you look at a polling unit and 91 political parties, imagine 91 party agents in one small polling unit. Does that not create a kind of a logistical nightmare for INEC in conducting an election?
Even when we had less political parties contesting the election, we never had that number. It's not all political parties that will run in all elections. It may range between 20, 30. You have them. But assuming we have 91 political parties, the more the merrier. It will even make it impossible for those who believe in not the vote of the people, but by manipulation. It will be difficult for them to subdue 91 party agents.
But when you say the more the merrier, when you hear critics on this issue, particularly, they'll say that this is just an act of political entrepreneurship. That if, for example, somebody becomes unhappy in the APC or in the PDP or any other major political party, that they might just find one of these small briefcase parties to pitch their tent with, and then eventually maybe those who are involved in founding that party might benefit from that political exercise. What's your response to those who would say that this is just a frivolous attempt at political entrepreneurship.
I don't think so. I don't think so. You see, without questioning the right of every politician to move, if he no longer believes in the political party he was, I think you can move to a new political party that shares your vision and mission. I'm sure you are referring to all this carpet crossing here and there. Well, while one may argue that it has more to do with self-interest, but you enter a political party based on certain fundamental positions arrived by the political party. Along the line, the party starts derailing. And it may not be in your own interest. Yes, in other climes, you see families that have been in a particular political party for 50, 60, more years. They are known as Democrats, they are known as Republicans. It is not easy to move them. But you have to grant us too that here we are still going through the process of sticking to a political party. I led the Labour Party for 10 years. And you would expect that I should remain there. I started the party from the grassroots. When I took over the leadership of the party has no pen, no biro, no table, nothing. I started from the scratch and took it there. Produced governor, produced senators, produced members of House of Rep, State Assembly, local governments across the country. One would ask, why did Dan leave? It has to be in your innermost self. I believe that there must be some moral content in politics. If, for example, you are in a place and things have changed negatively, you don't expect that politician to continue to swallow it.
Well, you left. You went to ADP also.
No, I didn't go to ADP. We tried to put something together.
Yes, which was launched.
Yeah, it was launched.
Yes.
And we didn't know, I must confess, that the person who made the chairman was a mole.
Okay.
Planted by people who didn't want it to fly. I was offered to lead APDA. I said, no, I can't do that anymore. That's why I am flying this myself.
Now, one would have thought
Let them come and bribe me.
Well, one would have thought that you will go back to Labour Party.
No. You see, where I come from, dogs don't go back to their vomit.
Well, we will have to take a moment here. When we come back, we will talk about how this, you will be hearing lots of coalitions right now. Is Mr. Nwanyanwu's party going to go into coalition with any major political party ahead of the elections? In a moment, please stay with us.